Lots of comparisons for this basket of stocks specifically are being made to the dot-com bubble. Certain individuals are saying this is more like an earlier stage in that, the 1995 moment. Some others are saying we're closer to that late 90s, early 2000s kind of peak. What are your thoughts? And this chart kind of speaks to that to some extent in how valuable these companies are and the importance of them.
Sure, it's certainly high, although you can see it has been relatively, in that above that 50% range for 10% of the stocks for a long time. So I don't think we're in the late 1990s at all. I thought in 2021, with all those 1,000 IPOs, that we had a lot of speculation and we had a lot of companies that were like pets.com or some of the names back then.
My Peloton is currently a coat rack in our
Yes,
basement.
Yeah.
Peloton is a good one, exactly. But we had a lot of companies that were actually worse than Peloton and went public. And they're all small cap companies now. Most of them are mid cap companies. They've come down from 60, 70, 80, 90, $100 billion market caps to be back priced as hope stocks, if you will. They've gotten a bid here in the speculative market, but I don't think we actually have a valuation issue like we did have back in 1999. Cisco became worth $500 billion once we got through the Y2K and into March of 2000. And what's interesting is that stock, I think it was probably $75 in March of 2000, at the end of March. And then it started to fall and it came back to about $68 in August. So even as things were fading, it was hanging in there. People couldn't give it up. They're like, no, Cisco is money good. You got to buy it every time it falls. And then by March of 21, it was about a $15 stock and it was just gone. And it's still not back even close to where it was back then.
25 years later.
25 years later, exactly. So we do not have that here with these companies and their makeup because they are cash cows. Apple makes an enormous amount of money. Microsoft has embedded sustainable revenue that they're not going to lose money. They're not going to really struggle. Their multiple might have to come way down if they did struggle and have a period of low or no growth. But I don't think we're in that same spot. Having said that, the opportunity clearly is somewhere if everybody's crowded into the same space and you look at that space and you say, oh, it trades at 32, 35, 31 times earnings. Like what trades at a better multiple where I can find some growth? And actually that's what you're going to see as we move through this year is the growth being much less concentrated in earnings than what we have seen, especially in 2023.